perseverance and heartfelt passion for helping women overcome every obstacle and challenge. She leads her team of hotties from Hot House Nation with integrity, encouraged by the joy of knowing that no matter how big or small, their efforts make a difference. She is people-focused and mission-minded. Please welcome to the stage Trades of Hope National Executive Director, compassionate entrepreneur, Jess Argetsinger.
It's so awesome. Congratulations to all of you. Beautiful. Well, good evening. Again, I'm just humbled by the opportunity to share more of my story with you today. If you were with us last year at Inspire 2018, then you may recall how I shared a few vulnerable truths just in my Trades of Hope journey in relation to my struggles and some actions in my work the year before. I definitely wrestled with some of my lowest sales and engagement months with my business, and most of that was due to me putting expectations on myself that were not based on truth, coupled with me feeling like I was letting situations distract me from my first passion as a compassionate entrepreneur and partner. Yet I overcame much of that by not isolating myself and expressing my fears, struggles, doubts, and heart with my running partners and other nationals, Jill and Aaron, but also in going back to my first love of keeping this work simple by sharing the stories and products of our artisans and what they craft with others. Today, I hope to further my journey with all of you by sharing a strategy that is now aligning with my outlook on my work as well as my life. It relates to not just simply following our hearts, but also our thoughts, the power of positivity and speaking life. You may have heard a similar talk like this before, maybe from Holly this morning, or spring, so it must be a message we need to hear. And to be honest, I have had my own hesitations with this notion of what you think about, you bring about, or if you think positive, then positive things will happen. It felt always a bit new agey or kind of like psychobabble. I had felt it conflicted with my faith and the power of His Word. However, at a recent conference I attended, there are over 3,000 scripture references related to the tongue, words, and lips. I have since been quick to recognize the power of our thoughts and words in a new light, as our words are the output of the thoughts we are thinking. So before I go much further, let's just share a few interesting statistics. On average, women speak 20,000 words a day. Men on average do 7,000. On average, you have 50,000 thoughts a day, and 80% of those are negative. Those statistics alone should breathe some caution into the power of our words and our thoughts. But let me expound upon this further with an experiment by Dr. Masaru Emoto, a researcher in Japan. For anyone not familiar with the rice experiment, he set out to prove that water can contain the messages of our intentions as communicated through our words. This was documented in a documentary and a book he called The Hidden Messages in Water. For this example, cooked rice is used because of its water content, and it's a good medium for the experiment. Once the rice is cooked, it's divided into two clean, clear jars with lids. Then one is labeled a derogatory name, like "you fool," and the other jar is labeled "thank you." Every day, twice a day, for a few minutes, students would go by the jars and say "thank you" or "you fool" to each of the jars. They could say other negative or positive things to each jar accordingly, such as things like "you are brilliant, worthy, beautiful, serving your purpose, and you are deserving of all good things." Or on the flip side, the negative rice would hear things such as "you are worthless, incapable, stupid, unworthy," and so on. For 30 days this went on, and then the results were in. The positive jar of rice smelled mildly fermented, almost nutty. However, the negative jar smelled like nothing and had black mold growing on it. Same rice, same type of jars, vastly different, consistent approaches which yielded different results. These example pictures were done by my friend Alicia after 17 days in this experiment, but countless others have attempted it. Now, I'm not saying everyone should go home and start yelling at rice and water, whether you speak lovingly or hurtfully to it. But it is an example to me to be very wise and watchful of the quality of our words and intentions, because they are, whatever they are, it's staying with us. And when you consider that we as humans are comprised of up to 60% water, there is a power of our words flowing through us. I believe a large part of my struggle came from what I was speaking and thinking over myself, and what I was seeing my teammates struggle with. In my position at Trades of Hope, I have the privilege of connecting with many women on my team along their daily journeys as partners and ambassadors for our beautiful artisans. I tell them consistently, I want to hear the good and the bad, the highs and the lows, the celebrations and the struggles. We need to be authentic in our work, and we have to recognize that this is an emotionally charged business. We are working not only for ourselves, but we have partners around the globe that are relying upon us as well. And I can tell you that can bring feelings of stress, insecurity, worthiness, and capability and doubt when we are not performing to what we believe we should be. When we don't see the results we want in the time we desire it. When we don't get the follows or comments on a post we just shared. When we feel we have reached out to every last potential host or CE. When we feel like we mess it up, when we don't do a timely follow-up. When we don't get the recognition. When we don't see a sale at an online party. When a customer is frustrated with a broken item. When? Just stop to all of those roadblocks and self-sabotage. Stop letting it tear you down and steal your joy. We can face those facts, but still speak and keep the faith. There are going to be frustrations and struggles that we encounter, but are we going to let them take away our love for this mission and the women we partner with? No one is telling you you are failing at what you do. No one is comparing you to those sisters alongside you. No one is expecting you to do this work perfectly, and no one is saying you are not good at this work and you should just quit. If you wouldn't say it to a friend, then don't say it to yourself. I challenge you to fight your feelings. Just because something feels true, it doesn't mean it is true. Your feelings will lie to you. They may be indicators, but they are not dictators. If you don't control them, they will control you, as well as control your words, which in turn will control your life. We are called to be believers, not feelers. In her book, Brave Souls by Belinda Bauman, she shares this Jewish tale. A rabbi gave a young boy 2 pieces of paper with a few words written on each. He told the boy to always keep 1 piece of paper in each of his pockets. When he was feeling as if he was not good enough, he should reach into his left pocket. When he was feeling proud, he should reach into his right. On those days when the boy was on top of the world and he felt like all things bent to his will, he remembered to reach into his right pocket. The rabbi's words, "You are made from the dust of this earth, and to this dust you will return." But when the world was against the boy and left him wondering whether he was good enough, he reached into his left pocket and read the rabbi's note. "The God of the heavens made a universe for you." Made of dust, but having infinite value. What a paradox. We are nothing and everything at the same time. For most of us, the greatest enemy to doing good, to genuinely knowing and caring, is simply this: we don't feel worthy. And I want you to question, who told you that when you feel challenged? Our words are just the thoughts that we are thinking. We need to take every thought captive and then interrogate it. Ask it where it came from. Did it come from a place of fear, confusion? Is it noble, right, pure, lovely, excellent, or praiseworthy? Is it filled with love, joy, peace, patience, you'll probably say this with me, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control? If the answer is yes, then keep thinking it. If the answer is no, or not completely, then what can you replace it with? How can you remedy the situation with truth versus discouragement? Now, I'm not asking you to become Pollyanna and slip on your rose-colored glasses whenever times are tough or you're frustrated. But I do hope you take a moment to gain perspective, take a breath, and to not let discouragement or doubt overtake your mind, your words, and your path when you encounter a setback or frustration. Take the thought captive and recognize the resources you have, internal and external, to overcome them. You are doing it perfectly for who you are and who you were made to be. Jill, Aaron, and I are all incredibly different individuals and leaders, but we are also the same in that we love one another. We love this work, we love the founders, we love the home team, we love the artisans, and we love you. I'm not going to work in the same way either of these ladies do, but I know what I do is making a difference. I know when I'm told every bracelet or pair of earrings sold makes a difference, it does. I know when I step into a home party and see someone nod, oh, sorry, Milan, when we talk about the value of dignity and a fair wage, or even gasp when they learn that one cereal box can provide up to $40 of product for our artisans in Haiti. I am doing what I'm called to do. I know that I am capable. I know I am made for this. I know I'm worthy of those prizes on the map to Guatemala or Dominican Republic. I know I can celebrate those refugee packs and the bikes and the goats and the school uniforms gifted, whether by myself or another teammate. I believe I can step out of my comfort zone and talk to strangers and family and friends about this work, because not only does my income become impacted by my courage, but so does the sisters in the Philippines, Uganda, or Costa Rica. And something else I know is you are worthy of it all too. You are capable, you are talented, you are brave, you are worthy of your success and dreams to come to fruition. You were made for this. Thank you for giving me this space to share my thoughts with you today. I believe you can do more than you ever believed possible when you can take hold of the power of your thoughts and your words to align with the mission and work you have also been called into with Trades of Hope. Tell the truth, take a risk, and make your mark. Speak life over yourself, speak life over your heart, speak life over your mind, speak life to others out of gratitude, belief, and faith that you will see mountains move for His glory and our good. Thank you.